Hi, in this video we would look at subtracting and regrouping with common denominators. Okay, so what does this mean? Sometimes you might have questions like this: 3 minus 1, 3 over 4. Okay, so you have a whole number, you need to subtract a mixed number from a whole number. You don't just go ahead and do 3 minus 1, 2. What are you going to subtract 3 from? The numerator 3. What are you going to subtract it from? So you don't just go ahead and subtract the whole number, leaving the fraction hanging. You have to transform this whole number to a mixed number so that you can have a numerator to subtract the second numerator from. Okay, so let's put this explanation to practice. How do we transform 3 to a mixed number? 3 is the same thing as 2 whole number 4 over 4. How did you get this? All right, the denominator here is 4, and that's why I used 4. Any number divided by itself will give you 1. Okay, so I just rewrote 3. We call it regrouping. I regrouped 3. Okay, I regrouped 3 to this format. So 2 whole number 4 over 4 is the same thing as 3 whole number. All right, now in this form, I can actually subtract the other mixed number from it. I have a whole number to subtract. I have whole numbers that I can subtract, and I have a fraction to subtract the second fraction from. So whenever you're presented with questions like this, all you need to do is to regroup the whole number, transform it to a mixed number, and don't just put any number right here to become your fraction. You have to make use of the denominator so that you have the same denominator and you can have a straightforward work to get your answer. All right, so working this out, we have 2 minus 1, 1, 4 minus 3, 1 over 4, and that's it. As straightforward as that. Okay? All right, let's see if we can have another one. We'll have 2 whole number this time around. 2 whole number, 1 over 3, minus 2 over 3. So you can have questions in form of this. All right, here you have a whole number and a fraction. You have a fraction here. And actually it should have been easy to work out if we didn't have a problem right here with the numerators. Okay, so if this numerator was greater than this numerator, that would have been easy to work out. If we had had something like 2 whole number 3 over 5 minus 2 whole number 2 over 5, all we need to do is 5 minus 2, and then we'll go ahead and get our answer. But right here, the first numerator is lesser than the second numerator, and we need to subtract the second numerator from the first numerator. So what do? We have to regroup this. We regroup this to make the numerator greater. How do we do that? We use the same concept right here. So we transform 2 to 1, 3 over 3. So this would actually be 2 is the same thing as 1, 3 over 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 2 over 3. Okay? Now this would give us 1 whole number 4 over 3. Now we have an improper fraction here with good reason. Minus 2 over 3. And we can subtract 1 minus nothing. 1 minus 0 will give you 1. 4 minus 2, 2 over 3. So improper fraction does have its place in helping us get our answers. All right, let's see if we can do one more. One more. All right. We have 8 whole number 1 over 5 minus 5 whole number, 2 over 5. All right, so they're both mixed numbers, but we still have that same problem. The numerator of the second fraction is greater than the numerator of the first fraction, so we can't go ahead and subtract. The numerator of the first fraction has to be greater than the numerator of the second fraction if we have to subtract. So due to that reason, we would have to regroup this first mixed number. So that would be 7. By now you should have a hang of it. 7, 5 over 5. Why are we using 5? Because the denominator right here is 5 plus 1 over 5. Let me put this in parentheses so it's not confusing. Minus 5 whole number, 2 over 5. Okay, now this will give us 7, 6 over 5, an improper fraction with good reason, minus 5 whole number, 2 over 5. And now we can go ahead and subtract. 7 minus 5, 2. 6 minus 2, the 6 right here, minus 2, 4. Over 5, and we're good. Okay? Alright, so this brings us to the end of subtracting and regrouping with common denominators. For more questions to try out your understanding and for more videos for other valuable resources, do check out www.inowunderstand.com. They're free to use. And as usual, I need you to remember that you're loved, you're smart, the world needs you. Till we meet in the next video, keep on being the best version of you. Bye for now.